We're here with Coach Nardulli, head coach of the cross country team. We're going to ask you some questions about how the seasons are going. Amanda?
Coach, can you just give us a rundown of how the cross country has been going so far?
So far it's been going pretty well. When we first started the season, we had a lot of runners that played other sports, so they were trying to get into shape for their other sports. So it was a little tricky at first, but they all showed up to practice, all pushed each other, and they had fun doing it. So we're going to keep pushing like that.
How do you keep your team motivated to have good success?
Like I said before, we just have fun. We're trying to just have fun, but also push each other. And it helps with Belle and Carlos that they push the men and the women's side to, be on time, run hard during practice, and push each other at the meets.
How do you prepare your team for such intense meets?
We have a few runs that we do. One is on campus. We do a campus loop running up and down Founders, which is a little tough. We have a train run that we do, which is, again, a little hilly. It helps us for our meet that we have at the Skyline Championship, which is, again, really hilly. Then we've been at Van Cortlandt a few times, so just doing harder courses, that way when we go to our meets, it's easier.
How do you feel about the Skyline Championships coming up?
So we've ran that course twice so far, and each time we've ran it, everyone's gotten better times, which is really good. So now doing that the last meet of the season, I think that we'll do our best run so far, which I'm excited about.
Anything else, Dan? No, that's it. All right, here with Carlos Martinez, captain of the men's cross-country team. We're going to ask you a couple questions about how the season's going. Amanda?
Carlos, can you just give us a quick overview of how your season's been going for you and your teammates?
So we've all been working really hard. We've gotten new runners. There's not. Our coach has brought in some players from her basketball team, and we've been doing different practices. I'm able to offer some of the knowledge I have from running cross country in high school for 4 years and last year, and it's going really good.
Being the captain of the cross country team, what do you do to keep your team motivated?
Well, we try to make fun with every practice, but as a team, we remind ourselves that cross country will only make us better, and we are going to sharpen those skills we have for other sports, because this team, everyone is involved with a different sport here on campus. So.
How did it feel when you came in the top 50 out of 124 runners at your most recent invitational?
It was a tough race. There were those D2 and D3 schools that really pushed me to run better times, but I'm glad I ran that race with them.
How do you manage your time being the captain of the cross country team and playing volleyball?
It's all about time management and communication, because I have school first and I have to get my work done early. I have to communicate with my coaches, and because especially this season, volleyball is going to overlap with cross country since our preseason is starting soon. But it's all about time management and communication.
How are you feeling about your last two meets coming up?
So Saturday we have a meet on Long Island, and I'm excited for that because I ran this course in high school all 4 years, and it's going to be good to be back. And I'm looking forward for the Skyline Championship because we've run this course twice already this season, and every time we visited, we've hit PRs.
Anything else? All right, we're here with Freshman Isabelle Bagon. We're going to be asking you some questions about how your season's going. Amanda?
Isabelle, as a freshman, you're a standout runner. How do you plan to continue this momentum going into your last two meets?
I'm coming off an injury, so I think it's gonna be a little bit hard, but I think it's mostly mental ability. So I just have to keep in mind I have to finish and push myself.
For only being a freshman, how does it feel having so much success already?
It feels good. Having not run cross country before in my life, it feels really good.
How did it feel coming in the top 30 of 84 runners at the most recent invitational?
It felt unreal. I think it was just adrenaline pumping, but it felt good.
How do you feel about the Skyline Championship coming up in a couple weeks?
Yeah, heard a lot about it. Heard it's gonna be tough, but I have my teammates to push me, and we use like a bunch of fun. So, yeah.
Anything else?
That was great. Yeah.